After watching this video, many of you will forever change your mind about the safety of hookah smoking. For this experiment, we specifically ordered this transparent hookah. To be honest, I've never tried it in my life. I've never even held it in my hands. We will do everything according to the instructions from the internet. As always, Marlboro has already tried creeping up to the pipe. But if only he knew the truth about it. We should put this tube into the container. Next we pour water here and the pipe is inserted inside so that the holes are in the water. A ceramic container is placed on the top, into which the smoking mixtures will be placed. The smoking tube attaches to the side, and it seems that this part needs to be put in your mouth. Then we have a replaceable deployment and a color backlight that doesn't work. I won't be smoking it, so that's why tubes this long are not needed. We cut a small piece. It will be inhaled by our old compressor, which has already experienced a lot. It's necessary to connect this tube somehow. Green deployment works perfectly for us here. We wind a little tape on it so everything fits together nicely. Now I think that everything should work. We're going to take it out to the street so my house doesn't stink. And let's take Marlboro with us, he wanted to see it too. Remember our old adventure. We put cotton wool into our improvised lung, which will filter out all of the smoke. Now we're attaching our tape. And it's time for the smoking mixture. As it turned out, it's not tobacco, but some kind of a jelly, in shape of a blue crystal. And what's important is that it has a very pleasant smell of a chewing gum. No wonder people like to smoke hookahs. I think I'd be able to eat it right now. It smells very good. We now have to put this mixture up here. They write on the internet that I don't have to put much of it there. And from above it's necessary to put a foil, which we fold a few times. Also, a sewing needle is necessary to make many small holes in the foil. Special coal is placed on the foil. It seems to be made out of coconut fiber or even shell. It's possible that ordinary coal will suffice. The coal must be heated over a gas stove, or using a burner as in our case, and put it on the foil. We came up with a cover from above so that the heat from the coal doesn't disappear so quickly. And then we started our compressor. The space of the bank was immediately filled with white smoke, and with the help of a tube it penetrates into our lungs. A little later we placed another coal to speed up the process. You know, the hookah system is very simple. Air flows from above, which is heated by coal and goes into the crystals. After heating with air, they begin to emit smoke entering the bank, and then it flows through the tube into the lungs. We decided to smoke the hookah until the end of the day and it got really dark. We used this rubber band to strengthen our cover. It's possible that we didn't do everything super correctly, but everything seems to be working and the smoke is filling our lungs. After an hour, a white precipitate was visible on the walls of the flask in the form of drops of some substance, and the water took on a yellowish tint. Gelatin surfaced and we regularly replaced it with a new one. Of course, we washed the bank before that. By the way, the coal will suffice for a long time. And in the evening the water was much darker, reminded me of some kind of a tea. I was wondering what these crystals are made of. Why they have such a color and super tempting scent. I don't think these are natural aromas. The day is coming to an end and it's time to sum it up. As it turned out, after heating, these crystals became completely black for some reason. Maybe that's the way it should be. We disconnected our lungs and pulled out the wool. At first glance, nothing happened. But the cotton wool turned out to be almost completely filled with some liquid. It's not very well visible in the video, but my hands are all wet. This is more apparent here on the napkin. And here we come to the most interesting part. Despite the fact that everything looks relatively harmless, the transparent liquid doesn't leave such terrible marks as a cigarette. But in recent years in the USA, There were many large studies that have shown that the damage caused by smoking hookah is equivalent to about 40 cigarettes smoked. I'm not going to dive into the numbers and names of toxic substances that person inhales from hookah, but it has been established that the hookah contributes to the development of cancer and a number of many other unpleasant diseases to greater extent than cigarettes. In addition, all these risks are passed on to your future children. Of course, there will be a group of hookah lovers in the comments below the video. All I'm doing is just passing on to you the information found by various labs, a link to which can be found in the video description. The fact that there are no black marks on the cotton wool doesn't mean that everything is harmless, because as it turns out, toxic substances can be transparent. I just wanted to share, in my opinion, very important information. To understand that any smoking, including hookah, is dangerous to your health. Write us in the comments what you think about all this.